Hey everybody, it's Dr. Mac, your handy SFCC geographer. Today I am out on Long Beach, Washington. To my left, you see super duper rich beach homes. I don't think I'm planning on buying any of those very soon. To my right, we are at the beach. We've got breakers coming. These, these breakers, it's a pretty calm day. It's about 8-10 miles an hour wind right now. It's picked up, I think, in the last half an hour to an hour. So these breakers are maybe far out there. We're in the 10-foot high. These are not big waves. They're kind of a normal day. But you have to think about that's a normal day. I want to talk about tsunamis, not normal. Instead of 5 to 10 foot waves, a tsunami, we have many tsunami waves that are in the ballpark of 30 foot. We can look at the geology, the sediments in the sand, and the size of the sediments. We can figure out that there have been waves so far inland that the waves must have been in the ballpark of 90 feet high. It's coming over the land that I'm sitting on, and it's coming over the roof of all those homes there. Not only is it going over the roof of those homes, but it's probably going all the darn way across this entire peninsula. This is a very low peninsula. It's a sand spit. We are just north of the mouth of the Columbia River. And what's happening is, as the Columbia River picks up sediment from all of our farm fields in central Washington, Canada, and Idaho, and the Snake River, and all that, picking up that sediment, comes down past Portland and Astoria, and then the general ocean patterns are bringing that sediment just to the north, and it settles out, and it's creating Long Beach that I'm standing on. But it's creating it at ocean level. So we're just barely above ocean level. If something unusual, such as a tsunami, comes through, it's going to go over all of this. Now, these homes here, we're lucky. We're in the United States. They're probably insured. Imagine you're in Indonesia with lots of volcanoes, lots of earthquakes, and people are dependent on the ocean for their living. So they're living right next to the ocean. A tsunami comes in, wipes out their boat, wipes out their homes. It can be devastating. The good thing is, through some past cultural history in Indonesia, that knowledge has been passed down in many coastal communities. And when we saw the big 2004 Indonesian earthquakes and tsunami, coastal communities, people survived. Their homes didn't, but many traditional coastal communities, they knew the signs and ran for high ground. The tourists, they didn't do so well. All right, so why here? Why is this a bad place for tsunamis? Or a good place? Depends on how you're looking at it. Well, the reason is out there over the ocean, about 200 miles offshore, that's the rift zone for the Juan de Fuca where it meets the Pacific Plate. So that's one of these things. Juan de Fuca, Pacific Plate, we have a ridge. And it's a spreading zone. And so we get faults, we get quakes, and being only 200 miles offshore, the tsunami wave comes near shore, only 200 miles, and out there in the deep ocean, that energy is being expressed as velocity. So we have the energy in terms of motion, and the tsunami wave is moving about 500 miles per hour. So if the source is 200 miles away and it's moving 500 miles an hour, the people who are here on the beach only have about 20 to 30 minutes of warning, maybe. People over in Japan, if that tsunami makes its way across the Pacific, they have hours, 6, 8 hours of warning. They can get to high ground. In addition, the tsunami will be, that energy will be distributed over a bigger area, so it won't be as catastrophic. But here, we're near shore, we won't have as much warning, and it will be a bigger tsunami. That's why this is a potential place for bad impact of tsunami. High risk. nearby, lots of quakes, and we have people here. Now today, right now, we're not at the beach itself. We're about 100 yards offshore, standing on the dunes. Today it's March. We don't have very many people lazing around on the beach. I'm wearing a wool shirt today. But imagine a tsunami hits here in July. Yikes. Thousands of people here trying to drive down a road that is really designed for about 30 miles an hour. And it's about 30 miles down to Oahu and the safest area. It's going to be bad news. All right. Why tsunamis? How do they form? What's the problem here? What's the benefit of being here in the United States versus, say, Indonesia or some poorer places of the world? Take care, everybody.